Hi there, welcome back to another great episode of West Michigan Wednesdays. I'm Heather Klontmaker, and today we are standing in front of the Holland Museum. This place is so rich in local history. They are connected also to the Settlers House and the Capon House, and I cannot wait to show you guys all of the hidden gems inside. So come on inside with me. So here we are with Executive Director of the Holland Museum, Ricky Levine. And you guys, this place is so cool. We are standing in the main gallery, but there's such a rich history here, right, Ricky?
Oh, absolutely. So this was the former post office. And we still have people come in and say, I remember bringing my mail here, or I remember enlisting into the service, because that was held here at the museum as well. So the building has a lot of rich history, and then the things we have inside of it make it that much more so.
Yeah, so we're here in the main gallery, and the way you explain that to me is that this portion is more about Holland, about our area, about the innovators, the founders, things like that. But you have other sections to the museum as well that go more into Netherlands history and things like that. Could you share a little bit kind of about the various structures of the exhibits?
So absolutely right. This is kind of like a timeline of the founding of Holland, mostly by the Dutch immigrants. There are some stories of other people that have made this area as rich and dynamic as it is. A lot of the industry, a lot of the innovation that takes place here. And then we also have upstairs what we call the Dutch galleries. That is artifacts, beautiful art pieces, pictures, paintings from the Netherlands. So they're not necessarily tied in with any of the immigrant stories, but they're really wonderful stories of the Netherlands at different times in our history.
Yeah, very cool.
And we have a temporary exhibit we call the Focus Gallery, and that has rotating exhibits. So right now we have a fabulous painting exhibit by Matthias Alten, but that will close later in October, and then another temporary exhibit will come in. So there's always something new and different and exciting.
Yeah.
And then the piece de resistance is our Spark Lab Smithsonian.
Yes.
That is a activity-based invention learning program for kids and their families to learn the process of invention. And we tie it in with that innovation that I was talking about in our greater Holland area we're so rich with. So kids are learning the history of invention and innovation. At the same time, they're learning how to be inventors.
Yeah, and I think that's amazing because, you hear so much with schools, activity-based, science-based, it's becoming more popular than just the, like when I was a kid, you sit and you do your timetables and you do this and that. So the activity learning, it just enriches it so much. And I think of our area, and we are, in Holland, it is, and West Michigan in general, I would say, so adaptable to new businesses coming in and to new inventions and things like that. Ottawa County, fastest growing county in Michigan. We have so many new jobs coming in. We have so many companies that are located here, things like that. And so I think that just supports that sort of invention side, but also that kind of entrepreneurial, you can make a way even where there hasn't been something before.
Absolutely, Heather. And what's interesting is when we were renovating the space for the Spark Lab exhibit, talked to a lot of companies, and they got it immediately because we're teaching science, technology, engineering, art, history, and math. So I call it STEAM with a silent H.
Yes.
But the companies, the leaders of the companies were seeing this. This is their future workforce. They're learning skills that perhaps are still not being taught as effectively in some of the classrooms. Or in another way. So it's kind of supplementing the education that's happening at school. School groups come in, families come in, we have science camp come in. So we have lots of different kids that are participating in those. And those activities rotate all the time. So I mentioned our rotating exhibits. The activities change. So every 3 months we're changing up, and you're seeing different things and you're learning different things. So kids come back all the time.
Yeah, and I saw you guys have memberships. And so for a family, you might come in and think, okay, I went through the museum, right? But knowing that it changes out quarterly, it's such a value add because, and especially if kids, come with their parents, grandparents, extended families, things like that, because there's really something for everyone is how I kind of felt as I've been through it. And I think that the Spark Lab is such a huge draw because families with kids are always looking for something to do. And, you know, I looked on your website and there's so much information there. So check out their website, check them out on Facebook, check them out on Instagram. They're everywhere. So little updates will be posted and things like that, and more behind the scenes of what goes on here. But I just think it's such a value add to the community that honestly I didn't know about until I saw a friend post her kids in the Spark Lab and how cool it was. So
that's great.
You know, I love that it's a way to come in and see the culture, engage the children. Like I said, something for everybody, which is amazing.
So the memberships, and I'm glad you mentioned that. We have a family membership, which could mean parents or could be grandparents. We have so many grandparents that, you know, spend a lot of time with the grandkids. So why not have a membership to the museum? You could bring your kids as well, the adult children.
Get them learning
bring them in too. But bring the grandkids, spend some time in Spark Lab, spend some time in our other galleries and learn about Holland and other things as well.
Yeah. And I love, just as a last kind of side note, I love that it's a mix of both. You know, you can see the amazing, you know, Howard Millers and furniture and things like that behind me. But then, you know, upstairs there's the painting gallery, and that's the, you know, special exhibit right now. There's the activities. It really covers the gamut. It's not an art museum. It's not just a history museum. It combines all of those things. And then with the Spark Lab, it's partially a children's museum too. So great location, right across from Centennial Park. So great place to come during tulip time or all year. I mean, we're coming into what we know is going to be the winter, and it's a great time to come to the museum and check it out. So thank you so much for sharing about just, you know, what you guys have to offer, and for taking that time to curate a place to share our history, because I think so often in today's culture, you know, of Instagram and social media, here today, gone tomorrow, right? But we need to remember our roots, and you guys do that so well here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour of Holland's history and really the culture behind Holland as well. Right now, I am sitting in the Holland Furnace Wagon, and this is just one of the many amazing exhibits here that you can come and see in person. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like, comment, or share it so your friends can enjoy it too. And if you own a local West Michigan business or run a community organization and would like to be featured on a future episode, you can reach out to me, Heather Klontmaker, and I would love to chat. Until next time, we'll see you then.